right. So for our internet viewers, this is Infused Influence before the mic. I'm joined with two special guests. I will introduce them in a minute as we get into the radio recording here for WICN. Shout out to WICN, NPR affiliation, and let's get into it.
What up, y'all? You're now listening to Infused Influence, where we're infused by weed culture, cannabis business, and its politics through conversations with special guests. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, this is Infused Influence, back for another episode. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm a solo host today. You guys know Rayvon is out, and then Lorian is kind of behind the scenes right now because we got two special guests. Two very, very special guests that are near and dear to my heart for sure.
Right.
I could tell you one of the first guests we met when I was 18. And my dude was a graduate student. He was a graduate student in grad school, and I was in my freshman year of school. And then by happenstance, just about how the world works, you know, he introduced me and the other guest here. So without further ado, we got Big James Lamberg, and we got American Pyramid's Ant Barbosa here for sure. Happy to be here with you guys. What's up?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Chilling. No, of course. Thank you guys for joining. No question. And I think last time me and Ant were talking, we were like, yo, how... I asked the question. I was like, how did we meet? And then we were like, oh, shit, of course we met through James, bro. Yo, so how did you guys meet, dude? Because that part of the story, I don't know, bro.
So, when I was a Boys and Girls Club kid, I think you came around. I think you did Youth Connect. As a young kid, I knew who James was.
Right.
I mean, he was like 6'8". He
Bro.
could hoop. He got handle. So I remember as a kid, I was like, yo, how you 6'8" with handle? Because Worcester
Right.
big men don't dribble.
Absolutely.
So that was the biggest thing. and honestly, we kind of met. We reconnected kind of just because I think I posted on Facebook. I need an MC for my first ever summer jam.
Yo, that's ill,
And I think he hit
bro.
me up, and I think we just connected that way.
Yo, that's ill.
It was 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
For real?
Yeah.
No, you guys met more than 10
Yeah.
years.
Oh, no. We met when I was like 4. We met
Gotcha, yeah, that makes sense.
over like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But
No,
like
that makes
actually
sense.
like connected was like 10 years ago.
Right.
For the first summer jam.
Dude, that's special. Because at least for me, because I know James ain't from Worcester, bro. So he was outside, you know, connecting with the community, right? Essentially.
Yeah, no, for
we
sure.
talk about Boys and Girls Club, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
So that's why I like this dude's story, because we're both what's considered transplants. So you work in the community, bro. How did you get involved with Boys and Girls Club, and then just keep getting more sticky?
Well, it's crazy. So I was just outside hooping, and when I was in grad school, you know, I'm still 21, 22, so I just went to hoop. So I was trying to figure out where whoever was nice was going.
Right.
So, you know, it's my age range, 21 to 30. I'm finding men. And it became an affinity space because these men would go to the Greendale Y at 7 in the morning.
Right.
So anybody who's in that space at that time, it's usually like birds of a feather, but it was still like some level of basketball where I could contribute, felt good about, get a little sweat.
Yeah.
And then you do that consistently enough, then you start to, hey man, you ever go to the spot to eat? Hey, you should come over here, get your haircut. Hey, and next thing you know, you begin to like grow strands and grow roots with different people in different spaces.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, I was a summer during my grad school, so, you know, I think I had like $18.64 in my name in grad school, you know. And somebody told me about a program called YouthNet that was paying, I don't know, they call it $60 an hour.
Right.
Sign me up. You know what I mean? And it
that's
was working with
crazy.
youth, inner city youth. I'm not going to say the word marginalized or oppressed. I'm going to say it was inner city youth.
Right.
And it was an evening program, which I thought was fire because I'd never really heard of an extended program to that degree.
Right.
And started doing that, and that's when I met all these little youngins thinking they could hoop, talking trash, spicy. So everybody reminds you of your cousin and your nephew, whomever.
Right.
So I got the older demographic of men that I met. Now I got the younger demographic of men coming up, and I was like a bridge in a sense.
Right.
So I met the uncles and the nephews, and I was like the mediator.
That's amazing, bro. That's amazing, man. Yeah, I mean, you being outside like that, bro, you definitely a connector over all these years, bro. And obviously, you know, Ant just mentioned just helping them with Summer Gym Classic. So that's going to be the topic of today. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that as we record it now, we're about a week and a half out.
Yeah.
But once it hit the
August
air.
9th.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so tell us about it, bro. Tell us about it.
So the Summer Gym Classic is a basketball pro-am community event. Honestly, borderline, we talked about it, like, it's becoming a festival in a sense where it's just basketball, entertainment, food, kids zone, giveaways. So it's just an event for the city, man. And it just brings everyone together.
Absolutely, bro. What was some of your inspiration? I asked that question. I know a little bit of it.
Yeah,
we
so-
talked about it before, but for our listeners, bro.
Yeah, so honestly, when I graduated from college, I didn't really know what direction to go, and I spent some time at, like I told you, like Rucker Park, Dykeman, and I saw how dope basketball brought the community. But it wasn't just basketball; they had the food vendors, the music, the performances. So I just wanted to bring that back home.
Absolutely, bro. I think that's special because you had told to me before that Worcester had no summer basketball program, which
We
is
had no
crazy
space,
because
yeah.
like, you know, that's the hood classic. Like almost every spot, you know, especially Worcester being a larger city in New England. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, back home we always had our basketball tournaments in the summer. So you're the first to bring it to Worcester.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. So what's the journey been like? Just kind of seeing it develop over the years.
It's been special. It's been dope. I mean, like James has been with me literally since day one. And he's seen the growth of it, the change. He's been a mentor, a big bro to me the whole way. It's just special, bro. Like for it to be like year 9,
Yeah.
and for it to just still be here, like, you know, like people said, like after 2 or 3 years, events usually die out, and we're going on year 9.
Yeah, bro.
And we got the umbrella of it, right? We became the fall jam, spring jam, and just different events in general. So it's just dope to see the community come together for this.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what garners my support because not only is it events like that, but it's businesses. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Especially for people of color. I mean, they don't last as long, but even just in general, you know, it's usually before year 4, year 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a big shout out.
And it's still like, sorry to cut you out. It's still
Yeah.
like the small businesses that we kind of started with are still here.
Absolutely.
And like that, and they continue to grow with us and maintain.
Yeah.
So I think that's a special thing. Like our return rate for sponsorships is like 90%.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I can also say this though, he don't do it enough justice, man. Like the Summer Jam Classic, and even any other events we do, they got 3 different things that they bring. The first is commerce, and if you mention 50 vendors, how many?
This year like 45, 50, yeah.
45, 50, and of that, at least they sell out at least at 85%.
That's
Right,
crazy.
so you're talking about the day of commerce, 50 vendors that actually capitalize that much or monetize that much from an event because there's thousands of people there. It's a day of activity, so there's a wellness component to it. And in a lot of our events, we do a mental health piece. This one is just physical wellness, but either way, you got everybody from the middle school boys and girls all the way up to adult men in their 40s playing and participating in basketball in 92-degree weather. And then lastly, it's a day of I start saying community a lot less. I say collectivism a lot more, just because there's so many people from so many walks of life, and yes, they might be representative from neighborhoods throughout, but not all necessarily are aligned. But they come together, and it's committed to a day of peace. Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I say the collective alignment piece, that's what I mean. Like it really does those 3 things, and it's rare that you get an event that does it with such severe intentionality.
Right. Let's talk about that a little bit, bro, because, you know, sometimes at these hood classics, no matter where you are, is usually some riffraff, bro.
Yeah.
So, the past 9 years, any issues, any challenges, any pushback, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah,
wood.
but
Yeah, nah, we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, knock on wood. Honestly, bro, no. I mean, like the question is just the answer's so simple. No, like we haven't had no issues. We really, you know, we believe in community policing. I think that's like one of our like things that like we go by. You know, like that we're able to communicate. You know, if there is something brewing up or something that we feel like could happen, like just go over there and talk to them and kind of just community police them.
Right. What about challenges, bro, and support from the city?
Support from the city. You're gonna get me in trouble
James
on
is
this
laughing,
one.
bro. I mean, you probably got a little bit of different perspective because you don't live out here, right? But you know, obviously you know the players.
Well, I'm related to the politicians out here. Not related. Like I work within them, within the educators and all that. So
Right.
you're gonna see the red tape regardless.
Right,
And
right.
I know, you know, I've been rocking with the homie for
Right,
years,
so
I
you know, bro. You know, he's born and raised out here, so it's a little different.
There's kind of a reason why we had a theme last year called This City, because we split it in 2. I think there's 2 cities, right? there's the city, and then when you think about the other part of the city, you think about the politics,
Right.
the corporations.
Right,
But like
right.
when we talk about the city, we're talking about the small businesses, the community engagement, the youth that really
Right.
create our city and our spaces. So that city part's amazing. The
Right.
other city part, I don't want
You
to get in
don't
trouble
subscribe
saying
to
it,
it,
but
bro.
I mean,
I
talk
don't
about
know.
it.
Talk
I
about
mean,
it, bro.
If you don't
Like,
talk about it, you don't give it permission.
yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
Nah, talk about it.
I mean,
for
the
real.
other side of the city, we don't engage with. They don't engage with us. We've tried. We attempted. We don't get much support. I do shout out Christian King, who's running for mayor, at large councilman. He's really been supportive, of our mission, and he's been with us the whole way. But I've met with city manager. Not much engagement from the current mayor. Bigger corporations, there's just not much engagement.
Right, right.
And let me
and
be
we
clear,
tried.
we do welcome it.
We
Right.
welcome 100%.
Yeah, okay, all
Yeah.
right, cool. I'm just
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
on.
Yeah,
no,
nah.
yeah, like, and like that's what I mean. Like, email, like, I'm open to talk to anyone.
Right.
You
I
know-
mean, they gotta be aware at this point. 9 years in, I mean, you had over 3,000 people there last year.
Yeah.
That's not like a small thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, nothing.
Nothing. I mean,
Yeah, that's wild.
we've
to
done
me, bro.
spaces at Clark University, Assumption University, Quincy Community College. We've created mentorship panels. We've created mental health workshops. We done cancer. I mean, we really checked every box that we could check in.
Right.
And like I said, that's why there's two sides to the city. Kind of like what J. Cole says. I don't know if you guys follow J. Cole, but he has a song called Two Tales of the City. And that's
Yeah.
kind of like a prime example of what we do.
Right, right.
And I think that because athletics is the centering of it, it's easy for folks to want to dismiss, not
Right.
really like trying to invest in. But you got to realize when you talk about that much money that's passing through your city in one day, that many people come to your events,
Right.
and then you have that much of a contribution of folks. It's like, hey, when are y'all gonna look up?
Right, right. Yeah, no, that's crazy to me because at this point you would think that there would be more of a involvement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you work through. So talk to us a little bit because when you have 3,000 people showing up for your event, you don't just choose a date. Like you have to pull permits and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you're
yeah.
at least communicating on that level.
Yeah, of course.
You
I
know?
mean, we do it the right way.
Right.
But I mean, that's just kind of like what we have to do, right? We have to get permits, we have to get all the
Right.
permission, but we also need a lot of support.
Right, right, right.
We have a budget that we create through small businesses,
Right.
and I think as a city that we're bringing an event to the city, I think that there could be more support on that.
Need
end.
more support. What are some examples of maybe some city support that you?
Yeah, so I mean, one of our costs, trash. We have about 3,000 or 4,000 people attend. We have 10 food vendors. There's a lot of trash, and we need a lot of manpower, which we do. We have over 50 volunteers this year, but trash costs money. So that's one of our high expenses. Security, right? We wanna, I believe in community policing, but I also don't want to be arrogant to say, all right, that event is perfect and no one's gonna ever do something, and I just want to be prepared for that. So security is another cost
Right.
that we could use a lot of support with.
Gotcha, bro.
Also, I was trying to say, given the fact that every high school student, or excuse me, this pretty much every basketball player within the city of Worcester has the opportunity to play or plays in many of these. I would love for us to be able to partner with athletics or Worcester Public Schools to be able to say, hey, how do we broach a venture and or the other events we do? They actually talk about social emotional wellness. So if you look at it, whether it's within your DEI strains, which I know is diluted, but if you talk about just wellness across the board as a student, I mean, like, hey, like, can we really talk about how we can subsidize this, or how can we create a partnership?
No, that makes sense.
And also just off that, also like we fill voids. So like last year there was no Worcester Public Boys or Girls All-Star game, so we added that to our spring classic.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was a void, where usually, especially me growing up, like I played in the Worcester Public All-Star games, going to Worcester Tech.
Oh, y'all had them back in the day.
Yeah, we had that. Yeah, it's not like
it went away for a little
so it's not like we created it, but like we filled the void, and I think us filling voids deserve the support from these programs that we're filling the voids for.
Can we be messy for a second? Is there one for football?
Yes, there is.
Is there one for soccer?
I don't want to say, but I think so. I know there's one for baseball and football for sure.
Real inner city, like the
Yeah. Worcester Public does a
All-Star
baseball
game?
all-star game, and Worcester Public helps the Central Mass football.
What about lacrosse?
Sports, I don't know, but my guess is yes.
we're
in
gonna
every
clap
sport.
it up for that, bro.
But
That's ill.
but I do know we do fill the void for the Worcester Boys and Girls All-Star game.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, so we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Oh, this is great, bro. We're gonna jump right back into it.
You don't be biting my watch either, yo. I used to do all the fancy Jones now. I be like,
All right, guys, we are back with Infused Influence, and you hear the claps. We're gonna clap it up for James and Ant here, for real, for real, for real. 9 years strong with the Summer Jam Classic coming up on August 9th. Tip off is at 10.
10, yep.
10, yep.
Oh, we started later this year.
No, it's 10.
Was it 10?
10. And then what's the last game?
The championship, the goal, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
What
And my
what?
team wants to kill me because I added another game.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I added another high school showcase.
That ain't why I want to be killing them. Like, I'll be on the mic the whole day.
Well, you good. Like, me and you be flowing.
And then he be like, hey, we're going to do this artist. We're going to do that artist. Win, fool.
Yeah. So you heard James. James has been the MC since day one, bro.
Yeah.
Part of the organization. You know
Hey,
what
we
I'm
do
saying?
got a big artist. We got Big Nate.
Oh, Big Nate's coming through.
All-Star, yeah.
Yo, he's another
Wu-Tang.
guest. He's oh, for real?
Yeah,
Wait, the
Wu-Tang.
whole.
No,
Oh,
he's
word.
part of Wu-Tang. I
Yeah,
mean, he might have some special guests.
He bringing meth
That'd be
with him
dope.
this shit, he said.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
is he?
go-
Yo, that's
Rakim.
ill, bro.
No, I'm messing.
Oh, I was about to say.
We don't know,
Yo,
though.
They
We
were just
don't
in
know.
Boston, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They were
saying.
just in Boston, bro. Yeah. Yeah, they had a show
So,
like 2 weeks ago, bro.
And then we're gonna perform the Summer Jam Class song. So
Yo, that's
it'll be
what's
a dope-
up, bro.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up.
That joint
man.
is for, I'm not going to hold you. Like, especially the hook on that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to play it during this Joe Budden style.
No. I mean, I would if we had the connection, bro. Well, who's the artist, bro? Who's the artist?
So yeah, so on the Summer Jam Classic song, we have artist named Abi Kodo. He's on the hook.
Yeah, that hook is fire.
Yeah, Abi Kodo. We have Jafet Music, who's the first verse. Second, we have Uzi Baby. Pretty dope. Has songs with like Dave East and stuff like that.
Oh, that's ill. From Worcester? He's from
Yeah,
Worcester?
from Worcester. Yep.
That's the dude that's like picking up a G.
Yeah. And then the third artist is Summit, who's on a crazy wave right now. He was just on Shade 4 or 5. He's been doing it crazy. He just has songs with Millies and Dave East. He's on a crazy run right now. And then we have Sai, who's actually part of our Summer Jam team. And he concludes the song. And those are the 5 artists that really came together
Yeah, that's what's
and put it
up,
together. It's
Hey,
fire.
you talk about being messy. What's your favorite verse?
Yeah, you
all,
stupid, bro.
all of them.
All
All
of
fire.
them, bro.
All fire.
Ian wakes up to that.
Nah,
You
I
know
do.
what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
play that shit all together.
Yeah, you see how you be turning red?
Yeah. Did you guys
sure.
did you do a song last year? Or you just had you had a video last year?
Yeah, no. Last year was part 2 of our city commercial
Word,
that
word.
you was in. That was dope.
Yeah, no, that was
So
cool, bro.
and that's the thing we added to Summer Jam. You know, we added a commercial series.
Yeah.
So the music video and the song is actually part 3 of the city
Right.
series. So
That's
we've
ill,
done 2
bro.
commercials and this is our third
But
part.
talk about it, man. You know, had a billboard.
Yeah,
Right?
Billboard.
Merch be crazy.
Merch.
Yeah.
Crazy commercials.
We got a children's
Got
book.
the children's
Children's
book out
book,
live,
bro.
Got a song on
Yo,
all the
bro.
streaming platforms.
Yeah,
man,
let's
talk
take
about
let's
it,
take a
man.
look
That's
at this
crazy.
real quick, bro.
That's
If
kinda
I could,
crazy,
and
yeah.
just for the cameras, how it works is, you know, because I'm talking, you guys can see this real quick. But I mean, I would love for you to kind of do the same, because once I give this off to you, you'll be able to show. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you
exactly
go to
what we're talking
Caucasian Ann on page 9.
about. Yeah, I was gonna ask who is this, bro?
That's one of the 3 versions of me in the book.
Yeah.
That's Caucasian Ann.
this
You
is
got Puerto
Caucasian
Rican.
Ann right
You got
here.
Puerto Rico Ann.
They got a couple but the book is dope. It's written by Diamond Ice Miner.
Shout out to her.
So
The
her
dancer,
yeah.
bro. She shops here, bro. She's
Yeah,
ill.
yeah.
She dresses
That's dope.
crazy,
No, yeah,
bro.
yeah. So,
wait,
like,
is that?
This is her. So this is her as a kid.
Yo,
So,
bro.
her-
She's ill, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
talking
think
about
this is
little
part
shit,
3.
she
Yeah.
wrote?
You
Yo,
talk
that's
about community,
ill, bro.
right? You got
Alicia
somebody
Brown.
wrote the
Alicia
book,
Brown.
the artist on the song.
Yes,
Like,
bro.
it's
Yo, that's
definition, bro.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, this book is dope, man. It features a lot of historic stuff in Worcester. Features brands. It features just everyone that's been part of the journey.
I see Joel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nate in the
I see
building.
Joel.
Yeah, his mascots right there.
Uh-huh.
It's dope, bro. So it's basically a story of a young girl who's a dreamer, and she picks different places in the world that she wants to visit and be inspired by. And she picked Summer Jam Classic, and she took down her family to the Summer Jam.
Yo, that's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
How can I get a copy of that, bro?
So right now they're available on Amazon right now. Yeah,
All right,
available
bro.
on
I'm gonna
Amazon.
get that for my kids, bro.
Yeah, thank you,
For
bro.
real. No, of course, man.
Yeah, so the Summer Jam Classic. The book is called My First Summer Jam Classic.
No, that's what's
And
up.
how long you sponsoring Summer Jam?
So we got open in 2021. I think you said that year you
That
didn't
was
do it.
that summer we didn't do it.
Right. So then every year after that, 2022,
This is your 5th
2023.
year.
We should
Fourth.
be fourth.
Fourth year, yep.
Yeah. Or third.
No, fourth,
Fourth?
cause you're on the shorts. The fourth. You
Yeah,
was
'cause
like
I
one of the
remember.
sponsors.
I remember. I saw you with some folks that you would collaborate with to do something over there, and you were like, "Yo, next year, I want to be on it.
Yeah. Probably, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is definitely year 4 for you.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Or whatever it is, we riding, bro.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, we here, bro. And that's kind of, where we're at now. Like, where do you see... I guess I want to take a step back because you did mention that you're doing fall and winter classics as well. So I'd love to hear more about that. And then, like, what does the future look like for just overall, like, your involvement with Worcester sports?
Yeah. So I think after our 7th summer jam, me and James came together. Well, actually, originally we got actually brought in to do an idea, right, for the fall. We kind of eventually me and James got brought in to do a project, and they gave us the project, and we kind of looked at each other and said, oh, okay.
Is this Assumption?
No, this is at
right.
Clark. So
okay.
yeah, so we partnered up with a cancer foundation, and we did Dunk Cancer. But honestly, it's pretty dope though, because I feel like they gave us the flexibility to really create the event, and I think it helped us because they brought us in, but they also gave us like full creative power. So that's how we created the Fall Jam Classic Series, which is a collaboration between his brand Third Exposure and Bosa Sports, and that's how we created the Fall Jam Classic Series, which is a high school community-based series that also has a collaborative. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, so there's a workshop that happened. So
Yeah.
the first
It's a
2 or 3
theme.
we did, right? We wanted to make sure they had a takeaway. So there's a wellness piece to it. So before any kid steps on the floor, you have to have exposure to something. So and every year it changes. So the first year was dunk cancer. So we're talking about inhalants. We're talking about just knowing the impacts of things that could lead to cancer, and then also understanding how do you deal, like what are coping skills to be able to manage certain things that are difficulties. The second year was
Mental health.
mental health. So we did like literally like suicide awareness
On the
and
jerseys
prevention,
is
and then
fire.
how do you also like become an advocate and ally to somebody in the space, right?
Right.
But again, all these students, before you step on that floor, you got to go through this workshop.
Right.
Adults as well.
Absolutely.
All right, and then and again, it still has the other 3 components, but now it's like there's actual learning that can actually change somebody's life.
Right.
The most recent one was, I know we kind of like go back and forth. The name was mentorship, but also we wanted to be able to feature absentee fathers. So that's how it kind of started, and then from there it evolved just into mentorship. But we did panels this year, so panels so young fellas and young ladies could have exposure to people, adults who were now they're talking about their vulnerabilities. And when I talk about vulnerabilities, I'm talking about like. And I'll give you one big example. Yeah, but like I'll have a group of men up there, 28, 30-year-old men, and I got these young fellas there, and I was like, hey, like, how many side chicks you got? We'll ask that question. They'll be like, oh. Now, but then the reality of the conversation is actually, how do you show self-respect and respect to these women? How do you have, like, what was your course of learning through this process?
Right.
So as they're talking about their failures and the things that they've done wrong, then they're starting to give them skills about what I learned in the process. And that's the takeaway for these young fellas.
Right,
so it creates a real dynamic that we're able to have. And the goal is you talk at folks where they are, but then you create a takeaway that they can actually use to be able to manage in personal situations.
Wow, bro. And this was you guys doing one this fall?
No, so we're kind of we switched things around a little bit. So last year, our Fall Jam Classic accidentally got postponed due to some other issues. So we had to move it to the spring. But when we moved it to the spring, I realized something. There was another void. The void of the All-Star Game and the showcases was more important in March, and then it was in fall.
Wow.
So we kind of, it happened accidentally that we moved our Fall Jam to spring.
It's the spring, right?
But now in the spring, we also created a platform, Worcester versus Boston, which is like a really big basketball game. Now we can do the Worcester and girls both public school all-star games. We get to host at Assumption, who's one of our partners that really hold it down for us. But I think one thing that I want to say is that I think people get caught up in the basketball part, and what we do is so much bigger than basketball. And basketball is more of just like our platform, right? It's our platform. It's kind of like, honestly, it's kind of like our entertainment, right?
It's the bait.
Yeah, it's like it's like entertainment. Like, it's something fun to do, but there's a bigger mission and story behind every classic we throw.
Oh, for sure.
And I think we've thrown about this would be our 14th classic overall.
Right.
Because in spring of 2023 we did the boys All-Star Showcase for Central Mass. Remember that?
Yeah, there was one year we did 3.
Yeah, right. That was Summer Jam 7, Fall Jam 2, and the Spring Jam.
Hey, let me tell you about this dude, yo. He gets exhausted. He's like an empath. Right. He gets exhausted after one is done. And he'll be like, yo, I can't do no more, bro. I got to lay it down. 2 days later, hey, bro, I got another idea. I'm looking at this fool like, hey, man, run, man. Like, that's where your passion is. I promise you, he'll be exhausted after this one. I can't do this no more, frustrated.
Right.
Call me crashing out. Call me 3 days
Crash it
later.
out.
Yo, fam. Matter of fact, he just hit me with an idea out there. He's like, yo, bro, I got another idea. I'm gonna do 6 countries. They gonna play. Go ahead and get it, you know, fella. But you know what? Like, I work with a lot of organizations. What I've really learned is I try to pick and choose who I work with qualitatively because now I'm in a space where I can be a little more selective. Young talent and ambition is the most fire to work with because A, it keeps you on your P's and Q's, and if you really look at it, there's a ton of learning I get to have from young fella in the sense of it teaches you resourcefulness at its keenest point.
Right.
So, you know, there's a lot of folks that want to do things or that talk about doing things, and he's gonna be hated on by a lot of elders because he's living in the dreams that they wish they fulfilled, and that's a weird dynamic.
I believe it, especially, I mean, we talked about this a little bit, bro. You really are the first to bring it, and then now I'm starting to see these little micros pop up. I'm like, dude, this ain't the summer jam, bro.
Yeah, but you know that's funny, and like that's why when you originally interviewed me about our relationship, that's why I call him like the voice of the classic.
Absolutely.
Because I kind of like being in the background, and I'm like the way he could talk and just light up a room. It's just different the way I move, so that's why I call him the voice of the classic last time.
Yeah, that's ill, bro. I like that, bro. You gotta get him a T-shirt or a hat or something.
The voice of the
bro.
classic, yeah, for sure.
For real, bro. For real, man. No, that's special, bro. So what is the kind of like reception been for these young athletes, bro? Right? Because you if I know correctly, you were the first to win a state championship for Worcester, right? Is that real?
Yeah,
that's real, bro.
That's facts. Yeah. In 2019, I was assistant coach and player developer for Worcester Tech, who won it in 2019.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think me and James always talk about this. I think our platform just completely changed the culture of Worcester basketball. I think, you know, before first summer jam was 2016, we had no state championships. Honestly, our scholarship rate was extremely low. I know in my class of high school, we had one player get a scholarship, Nadia Tharp, who went to prep school, but that's only one player. Right now, since 2016, we've won 3 state championships. Our scholarship rate is insane. Right now, we have 5 kids playing Division I basketball, 2 on the way. Right. So I think our platform and culture just really just changed the view of Worcester, and I mean, the numbers don't lie, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that live out there. I think that's 100%, and I think folks might, again, you talking about why is it like bureaucracy in the process of getting this advanced more.
Right.
I think folks will dismiss the fact that there's a culture that's created behind outdoor exposure to ball, behind people collectively coming together.
Right.
But what it does is it gives permission to a community to invest in something. So if we did this in football, like just like if you go down south, football's the same down south.
Right.
So up here is basketball. So now when you get this exposure, this didn't exist. I know this wasn't out here when I first moved out here.
Right.
So now you got something that's created like this. Yeah, kids gonna continue to invest in it because they see the OGs to them, the 18 and 19-year-olds, but the 12-year-olds are watching them do it. I'm next.
Right.
Not to mention the shorts. You gotta talk about the shorts.
Right. Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get that. But I think also I think it's building a program. I think our platforms make it easier to build programs. Like before, like when I was growing up, like you play with your team during the season, right? Trials, boom. But now, like for example, with the Fall Jam Classic in November, you get to play with your varsity team on a college platform versus a good program. And I think that builds chemistry. It builds like a feel of like, wow, we get to play on a college court. So when you do make it to the state tournament and you play on a college court, you're experienced.
Mm-hmm.
So we built an experience for these programs and for these players to be ready. So when they do step on these floors, they're ready.
Absolutely, bro. So yeah, we're coming close on time, bro. We gotta clap it up. We have to plug in the dates, the times, bro, the locations, if you can, bro, because you gotta remember, like we know it. Yeah. But where we at on the 9th, bro?
We at Crompton Park, man. It's the 9th Summer Jam Classic. We got the host MC right here, James Lamper in the building. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be, we got 10 teams from all over in the Pro-Am. We have the Boys and Girls High School Showcase. We have the Middle School Rising Star Showcase. We have the Who Got Next Showcase. And we got the College Girls Showcase. Yeah, we got everything that day. If you love basketball, if you love food, we have TED food vendors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got Spanish food. We got oxtail, we got empanadas, we got food truck, we got lobster tail.
Shout out to Steph for the fried fish and the banana pudding.
We got
who banana pudding, bro?
Yeah, we literally have like, and that's why I think it's like a festival. Like we literally have a tour of food vendors. Absolutely. We're gonna have like 40 plus vendors with clothes, selling everything from candles to merch. Yeah. We're gonna have resources. We have a bunch of resources coming in from the city, from different programs that are coming and give our city and our community some dope resources they can have too.
Absolutely, bro. Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys for sure. And then Ant, we'll slide back through with you on the next episode.
Sounds good.
Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
And
Hold on,
of course,
can I do something real quick?
Yeah,
So,
of course,
hey,
bro.
man, I also want to give you your flowers, family.
Ah, come on, bro.
Nah,
You
nah,
know,
but I want to be sincere, man. So when I talk about the definition of permission in communities, man, A, you're a transplant. B, you were educated out here for a long time at Clark.
Yeah, a little
Professor.
bit, little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Not to mention, you're an entrepreneur in the city, and you're in an industry that had a lot of stigma to it. And I think what you've done is you've been a permission to say, hey, look, there's no identification of what talent looks like and persevere as and can thrive as. So when I see you, man, hey, and you look like a T-shirt model, fan. So now I just want to say, like, there's a lot of resilience in that. There's a lot of pioneering in that folks won't give credit to. But when I've seen at least 4 brothers, when they stop and look at you and they talk to me on the side, they be like, he does what? You know what I mean? It gives them permission to be able like, yo, let me live in my destiny, man. So that's true. I wanted to make sure, and I said it to you one-on-one, but I want to make sure I get on the mic, man.
Well, you know the deal, bro. Probably like 7 years ago, this is actually where you and I were. Like this specific location, like right here.
I think I was interviewing you.
Yes, bro. With no walls, my little man was running around, bro. You know what I'm saying? So part of the motivation is having people that support, you know, near and far. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel that you've been a supporter since day one, bro.
You
You
already
know what
know
I'm
it,
saying?
man.
So same thing, bro. I met him when I was 18, bro, and it's
Yeah,
always
that's
been
dope.
real, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys have just been infused. We will be back. Make sure you check us out. Summer Jam Classic, August 9th. We are at, man, what is it? What's the name of the park again?
Crumpton.
Crompton. I
Park.
don't know. Yeah, right here.
It's very across the
Beautiful-
street from
Yeah, I
Major
know, bro. Beautiful, beautiful
yeah.
green islands here.
Thank you, Brody.
Of course, you guys have just been infused. Peace, peace.
It is a long song, so however you want to cut it, it's up to you.
Cool.
All right.
So we are back with Infused Influence. We're back online. Here we go.
Hello.
And we got Lorian in the house. Oh, I almost forgot.
Yeah, I know we had a quick switch.
We had a quick switch, bro. let me get
The
my
big
notes
homies out of here.
Yeah, no, we had a
some
quick
things
switch.
to do.
Yeah, no. So, why don't we get started? Just picking it back up where we left off. We'll talk a little bit more about the book, and then we'll actually start off with the Summer Jam Classic music, bro. Is that cool?
Yeah, we can start with the song. You got anything you want to introduce? You just want to play it right off the bat?
So this is the Welcome to Summer Jam Classic song. It's featuring Abi Kodo, Chafet Music, Uzi Baby, Summit, and Sai. Welcome to the classic. That's the Summer Jam song right there. Yeah, man. You can find that on you can find that on all streaming services right now. The music video is dropping real soon.
Bro,
another classic.
You know what's crazy about that, bro? Is that every line he had was relevant to being tailored to the Summer Jam Classic,
dope.
bro. He wrote that.
He wrote that, yeah.
Yeah,
and every verse tells a story about the classic, man. Like the artist is. I think the dope part about the song is like every artist like took it with like pride.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
are they all from Worcester?
They all from Worcester, bro.
Yeah.
And like the crazy thing is, I sent them the song to see because like they're pretty big in their own. I don't want to like. They're busy touring, music, album. And I'm like, y'all want me down? Bro, I got verses back in like an hour.
Yo, stop it, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, this whole song, you remember DJ Khaled back in like 2010s when he was he was grabbing the craziest rappers to spit on. That's what it sounded like. I was just like, oh yeah, I want to ball to this.
The verses are crazy and like, bro, the hook. And I'm like, yo, y'all did that in like under a day.
Stop
like,
it.
Yeah, I got.
So who produced who did the instrumental, bro?
The engineer's Bam Bam. He owns a studio in Worcester. Bam. It's called Mixed by Bam. And he just brought it to life, bro. It was crazy, bro. Like,
so what'd you do? Would you send them the instrumental? And
I just sent them the beat that Abi Kodo found, and they just all wrote to it, bro. And it's mad funny you said DJ Khaled, because they was like, yo, you gotta go at the end of the song and DJ Khaled. And I'm like, I'm shy. I'm like, I was like, I don't know if I could do that, but
you gotta get on the track, bro. Next year.
You just gotta say something. You gotta be like, Summer Jam Classic.
Bro.
So it's so funny. They're like, yo, I'm like, if you want a verse from me, it's gonna be a diss song.
You
like,
stupid.
Like we talking about the city. Like I'm dissing,
I'm dissing, bro.
Nah, I'm just kidding. It's all love, but
I'm going after the whole cabinet, bro.
None of y'all are better than us.
Facts. That's facts. But that's the Summer Jam Classic song, man.
So you gonna run it back next year or something? One?
I got part 4 of the
part four. Yeah, so
tell
me about that, bro, because you mentioned the first 2 parts. So the video you did last year, is that considered part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So part 1 of our city series was we just did like a fun, cool commercial with the community.
Right.
Part 2, we really want to tell the soul of the city in the soul of the classic, and that's why we wanted to highlight our major sponsors like Major Bloom.
Yeah,
he was in the
we
video.
was in there. We was in there.
He was in the video. But we just really wanted to highlight our sponsors and tell the story of the city. Like I said, the two parts of the city. Like Summer Jam Classic is because of our part of the city.
Right.
Like without your partnership and sponsorship, like it's just not possible, bro. And, you know, I expressed that to you before. So part 2 was really just to tell the story of how all of us came together and created the Summer Jam Classic together.
That's ill.
And then this year is fun, music video, art, song. It's dope, man.
So what are you thinking about for the next parts, bro? Would that be the next year? Or?
Well, yeah. So part 4 is actually it's gonna be our 10-year anniversary.
Right.
So documentary.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like
Yeah, I
that.
want
Documentary. You definitely.
let me get a part of it, bro.
Documentary, yeah. So part 4 will be the Summer Jam Classic documentary.
No, that's what's up, bro.
Yes,
It's definitely well deserved, bro. Because when I hear these stories, it makes me like think about more questions, bro. Because you don't just go from year 1 to year 9. There's a lot of lessons in between. But even before year 1, there's lessons, bro. You hear what I'm saying? It's like,
man.
you know, we talked a little bit about your inspiration, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then even potentially, like, at some point, you were thinking about giving up. Obviously, COVID was involved in that. You know what I mean? So what are some of the biggest lessons that you've learned, like, from the inception of the idea to now, where we are today?
You know what's crazy, bro? And this is why I tell the dreamers that dream, just do it. Just believe in yourself and be okay with failing. And it's funny you talk about giving up. My give up was before I even did my first one.
Yeah.
I remember I walked into the godfather of Worcester, Ike McBride, who ran the Boys and Girls Club for a long time, one of my mentors. It was like 2 weeks before the classic. I'm like, Ike, I can't do this. He was like, what you mean? You already have a flyer up. He's like, I know I tell the funny $60 budget story, but that budget was negative 60 at that time. I already bought everything I could with $60. And I just couldn't do it, bro. I walked into his office. I said, I can't. I'm canceling this today.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, I don't know what to do. And he was like, no, you're going to do it.
Shout out to Ike, bro.
Yeah, man.
Is he still involved?
So he was never really like, he wasn't like part of it, but he was my mentor, and he just like,
yeah.
And he gave me and he guided me. He's my guidance, really, always.
I haven't seen him in a little bit.
And he was the voice of the commercial last year. He was the voice in the commercial, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's still.
That's my guy. So but yeah, like he told me, you're not gonna give up, you're gonna do it, and I was like, all right, cool, I did it.
Yeah.
And you know, bro, year after year, you just learn, man. And I mean, the way I grew up, man, I'm a survivor. You know, like I'm from the city. Like I grew up. I seen everything, been through everything. Like having an event that fails is nothing, right? It's just part of my journey, bro. And I think I took that part of my journey, and I'm still learning today, bro. There's no blueprint behind this.
Mm-hmm.
No one taught me like what to do. People believed in me, and I just keep chasing the dream, bro.
So would you say? Because you said an event failure is nothing, but your event is not a failure, or at least you're saying that you felt like it was going to be.
Yeah, I did. I believe like the first 3 years, bro. I just felt like I was just doing it to do it. Like,
Gotcha. Yeah.
I didn't find my purpose. And so we talked about 2019 and the shift in basketball and the shift in culture and seeing kids get scholarships and seeing like businesses that like, I'm like, why would a business want to be part of this? Like, how does it make sense? Right? Because I never sponsored an event before and I never had a big event. So why does someone like Major Bloom want to be part of this? Why does Misguided, like, why do all these businesses just keep saying yes?
Right.
And it just motivated me to be like, yeah, this is a forever thing.
I think it's because, bro, like we mentioned with James, is that it's bigger than basketball. Is just a platform, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something to look forward to, bro. You know what I mean? Like I look forward to being out there, bro. You know, just seeing the community involvement. You know what I mean? And then the growth. Like I hope we get to 10K someday, bro.
Man. Like in the song, they say, let's get to 1 million.
Yo, for real, bro. Yeah.
That's always the goal, man.
Yeah, bro.
But like you said, it's just bigger than basketball, and I think that's why it's still here. To be honest, it's just bigger. You know, from the Summer Jam Classic, we've been able to create the Fall Jam, the Spring Jam, the mentorship workshop. We dunk cancer. We attack mental health. Like we just do so much within our community off of Summer Jam Classic. So
what about other sports, bro?
So after that, I was breaking news last time. So both of sports, basketball is our forefront, but we're gonna hit the 7-on-7s. And we want to do a 7-on-7 football classic.
Yeah.
And we want to bring that next spring.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
bro.
man. So get into football.
You had mentioned, bro, that the city of Worcester has an all-star game.
Yeah, for every sport besides basketball. Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Well,
man.
actually, we gotta stop saying that now
Most,
because we do have all stars
right.
now.
So
But we didn't before, yeah, for sure.
So what is it in terms of like the like who organizes those other ones, bro? Is it the inner schools? And then how did basketball fall by the wayside?
I think it's just I think when like people look at basketball, they think it's like a celebrity thing or like it's like oh well people only care about basketball so we're not gonna show them love no more. Like let's focus on other things because people just want to play basketball, and that's why the classic is different because it's bigger than basketball. Our platform, you see basketball, you think oh everyone plays basketball, but no, like basketball gives hope, man. Like and like I tell all the youth that come through the classes, come through my program, I coach, I mentor, is like use basketball as your vessel. Like I'm not a professional basketball player, right? I'm not a pro hooper, but my life is based on basketball, right? So I'm still living my basketball dream.
Absolutely.
And that means you could be a coach, you could be a player developer, you can do the logistics, you can be an accountant for the Celtics. Like right? Like you're still right? Like this think about all the jobs the Boston Celtics have that are not being a basketball player.
Seriously, man.
Think about the like like imagine
Sports
being like sports manager. Imagine being the vice president of the Celtics.
Right.
Telling you might not seem as cool as a Celtic player, but your pockets are real nice.
And your career is much longer.
Yeah, right. And if you want to go
be tapping out at 32,
Right.
30. I was just watching a Gilbert Arenas interview.
Yeah,
you
like
see
they
these
must-
interviews? You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
He was like, at 32, I didn't know what to do when I retired.
Seriously, and like that's why I created Summer Jam because when I graduated at 22, I had no idea,
bro.
I'm like, yo, basketball is the only reason why I went to class. Like that's the only reason why the girls was cool in college and stuff and the parties, but like I'm like basketball was my vessel, bro. So one thing I really want kids to know is like it's not just about playing the game; it's about letting the game bring you to your next journey.
Right.
And like you said, there's so many opportunities. Like for example, you play collegiate football player,
bro.
and now you own a big time company. Like
I'm gonna be straight up. I would not be here if it wasn't for football because my primary investor was my college quarterback, bro.
exactly. So
It's little
that's
micro
actually-
stuff like that. That
your
moves-
network is your net worth,
right.
and that's one thing too. But like sports was your vessel to get to to becoming
Absolutely.
a business owner, and I think that's the key of artists is if you want to be an artist, an athlete, or whatever that seems in the light a cool thing to do, but you can actually make something out of it that doesn't mean exactly being a rapper. Right? Like an artist is that you can be a producer, engineer, you can be an agent, you can host events. Like it's just so many avenues that we can use off of something that we love that doesn't be directly that.
Right. Yeah, bro. No, that's big. That's special, bro. Especially just thinking about you branching out into other sports, bro. So how and we talked about this a little bit, bro. So the reception from the kids, and I guess just really diving into a little bit deeper, like where do you see on the basketball front or even on the football front, like kind of like kids being able to transition themselves to the next level, bro? Because right now you got a huge community event, and you're growing that. And then I'm automatically thinking about, all right, well, the game has changed. I mean, I got a niece that's going on to high school, bro, and I see these NIL deals flying around, bro. I was home last week, and my nephew, he's going into a second year of college, and he played high school basketball too. And the way that they were talking about AAU teams, bro, was circles around my head. I'm like, what are you using these acronyms? I'm like, what are you guys talking about? So I feel like the game has changed so much, bro. So like, yeah, where do you see yourself fitting into that? Kind of just and just also being a part of like kids development, bro.
Yeah, so like you said, actually, as Dobie brought up NIL because during our spring fall classics we do a theme like the cancer, the mental health, the mental. So our next theme is actually teaching kids about NIL.
Wow, bro.
And doing workshops.
That's ill. That's for the fall.
That's gonna be for the spring.
In the spring,
yeah.
So spring 2026.
Yeah, it's 2026.
Oh, loop me in, bro.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, bro.
Like if kids, if the platform is to make money, like. Let's create businesses for these kids. Let's create workshops to learn how they can make money. And, it's dope. Hey, if you can get your family out the position they're in, and even though, for us, like 16, 17-year-old, you wasn't getting paid to go to college or play ball. But now if it's open, why not teach our
game
community
changer, bro. Yeah, they took away
So
Reggie
different,
Bush's Heisman. They had to give him back.
So, like, that's kind of going. So, based on, like, what you asked about, like, what's next, I really want to build a community center, bro.
Right.
Like Bosa Sports Gum, our own community center. It's crazy, actually, bro. In the book, I don't know if the artist was like Nostradamus or like trying to like read my mind because I didn't actually tell them this. They actually have.
Yo, that's crazy.
I
just saw that,
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Like, that's
we gotta show this for the
Yeah.
camera real quick. So for
Yeah,
the
you can show
lives
it
right
there.
there,
Oh, yeah.
Put it in
and
the
then
center.
No, here we go. Look at that right there, bro. Yeah. So who did the illustration on this?
Yeah,
bro?
so Alicia Brown, she's a Worcester native.
Word.
This is her book series, by Diamond Ice Miner, right? Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty dope.
Bro, you know Diamond, bro. She shops here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
super
no,
dope.
yeah,
Super
yeah.
dope.
Shorty,
Yeah,
she's
it
a
is
dancer.
short,
She dressed wild, bro. like super fashion forward. You know what I mean? Yo, she's so cool though, bro. Like every time I see her, we always chop it up, and she got such great energy, and like she's just a whole vibe. So to know she helped
super
out with
dope.
this, bro.
Yeah, so she created the artwork. She's telling the story, and her character Diamond Ice visited Summer Jam and took her family to her first Summer Jam classic.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
bro.
Yeah, so it's pretty dope. It's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
I gotta get on Amazon. So you guys can pick this up on Amazon. Amazon anywhere else or primarily Amazon?
Right now, Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
They will be available at the Summer Jam Classic as well.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. Yeah, you know
But
what?
yeah,
I'm
man,
gonna save mine for that.
It's been a crazy summer, man, with the book, the song.
Yeah, a lot going
Yeah,
on.
And
bro.
like, I think that's the dope thing about the classic, man. It's just not one day. It's a culture for this whole community to
Right,
keep growing
right.
and being inspired, man. And
No.
hopefully it's here forever.
Yeah, bro. No, I'm with it as long as we're here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? When we talked about this kind of off air before, bro, like, what are some changes you would like to see? I mean, I should just jump right into it. We need to get my man a freaking a scoreboard, bro. We need a scoreboard, bro.
A scoreboard and a shed. We need a scoreboard and a
And
shed.
friends, bro. Barbosa and friends, bro. Like whether we gotta put the bread up and raise it, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the camera to speak to the city of Worcester, because if you're ignoring emails and phone calls, you know what I'm saying, this is growing, and we want to be able to basically provide the right resources for the community and for what we got going on. So like we need a scoreboard out there, you know what I'm saying? So what we got to do to make it happen, bro?
We need people just to believe. and
Believe,
just,
bro.
Yeah. And
We need
just,
clearance too, don't we?
Yeah. Do we though? Do we?
Yeah.
You think they'll just put it up and apologize later?
I know, right? Bro, just start digging trenches. No permits, bro.
Right. No, but like honestly, bro, we just I think when outside looking at I've had conversations with all big shoe brands and really try to monetize and bring people here. Bro,
New Balance.
I've sat at all them tables, bro, and be like, just come to Worcester. And
Tell me you've met with New Balance, bro.
I met with New Balance. I met with Reeboks. I met with Puma. And they just don't see Worcester. You get what I'm saying? Like
New Balance all of them should see.
and it's
you know
crazy
what I'm
because
saying?
Boston, but that they're so invested in Boston, right? The hockey rinks, Cambridge, Providence, like Worcester's the second biggest city in New England, but we don't really have a avenue.
Right.
For big corporations to come here and believe in us, because our numbers are our numbers, right? You can't deny our numbers are crazy. Just the month of July, I've had over 500,000 views on my Instagram.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Apparently,
yeah.
Worcester's trending on TikTok right now
Yeah.
too.
Why?
I don't know if it was because of the dude, but the whole Worcester's trending. So you could just make a random video about Worcester, and it will get mad views now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, what's
bro.
going on with Worcester? I'm like,
He said because of the dude. What is his handle, by the way, bro?
what is it, the Struggle Brother or something?
Struggle Brother.
Yeah. Shout out to the Struggle Brother.
That's a struggle, brother, bro.
But, yeah, man, we just need these big, like, there's a beauty in things, but there's also a reality in things.
Yeah.
And I think the beauty of Summer Jam is powered by small businesses, but small businesses have small budgets, right? There's so much things going on. I think, I think anyone that ever owned a small business know how your personal life and your business life are literally hand in hand.
Yeah, literally.
Like your budget for your groceries is also your marketing budget.
Yeah, I know that.
Right? Or like your merch budget is your rent budget.
Yeah. Right.
So I think when we talk about Summer Jam and the small businesses that believe and invest in it is a beautiful thing, but we also have to be now this is where the reality sets in.
Right.
We don't have $100,000 budget to build a scoreboard, to build a shed.
Oh, I hope the scoreboard ain't 100.
Yeah, no, that's not. No, honestly,
What's the rough budget, bro? Like 20? Like 20?
I would say if you want a scoreboard to be legit, you're looking at 10 to 15.
10 to 15? Right.
So that's like 5 or 6 sponsors at like 4,000, right?
Right. Yeah,
So and that's the thing, and
as long as we get naming rights, bro.
Yeah, right. Well, so right, so that's the thing. Actually, I posted today was like, the beauty of Summer Jam is everyone gets put on.
Right.
Like it's open to everyone, from big businesses to small businesses to dreamers. Like we want everyone to be part of it. But the reality, again, on the other hand, is like we need the bigger budgets, and those come from the bigger companies.
Right.
So that's the goal, man. So
Yeah.
we want the Summer Jam Classic scoreboard powered by Major Bloom and Friends.
Let's go, bro.
We need friends.
We gotta get New Balance out here, bro. Yo, what's Che's involvement, bro? You rock with Che?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Cause
man.
he got connections too,
Yeah,
bro.
yo. No, he's another one that
got connections, bro.
the dope thing about Shay is he's another big reason behind, Summer Jam moving on to the next level. He's really been connected with us.
Absolutely.
He helps empower us. He's a mentor, helps us with that. He's been great. So, shout out to Shay, man.
Shout out to Shay, bro. He gotta come on the show too.
Yeah, gotta
bro.
get Shay on the show,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
He's New York for real.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Everything New York.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
But he's a transplant too, bro. You know Che? He went to Holy Cross, bro.
Nah.
He's also like 6'4", bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta see him.
He used to work for the city.
Okay.
I think that's the thing, and I don't know, and that's where I want to also change the culture in Worcester. Like, you're not from Worcester, James is not from Worcester, Shay's not from Worcester, you're not from Worcester, but you guys mean so much to us.
Oh,
like,
bro.
You guys have built our community and empowered our community, especially me. Like in my own, like my personal experience, like without y'all, there's no classic. So I just need we need more homegrown people to really like put their foot down and believe in it too.
Yeah, bro. I think what it is, bro, is that the energy and the belief that people give, like born and raised. Like I tell you, Scoop Trip, bro. Like I'm always tapping in with the homies, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're another one of those dude that's like, yo, what you got going on, and whatever it is that you got going on, I'm there to support it. You feel me, bro? And it starts with like authentic roots, bro. You know what I mean? Because anyone that's not moving correctly to put on and to see that growth, you can kind of tell as being an outsider, bro. I'm like, I don't know about this dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when it's authentic and it's real, bro, and you from here, I'm like, hey, yeah, of course I'm gonna tap in, bro, and see and push the narrative and push things forward, bro. You know what I mean?
I think it's also maybe the community you guys grew up in and the culture from where y'all from, because I've lived in New York, so I know I know the difference.
Absolutely.
Like, outside looking in, I think it's like you guys give people a chance,
Right.
And sometimes in the city we forget that we don't want to give people chances. Like everyone deserves a chance,
Right.
And if they fail, they fail. If they do something, then you move accordingly.
Right.
But like I know in the New York culture when I lived there, it was just like they don't know me, but like you good? Yo, Aunt, you good? Yo, we know you just graduated college. Yo, you need a job, you need food. Like it was so loving. And then here we can kind of be in our own worlds.
Right.
When there's a bigger world ahead, and I think and that's the big thing about I'm trying to change too out here. Is just like be welcoming and just give people chances, man.
Right.
All people need is a chance.
Right. Nah, you're right though, bro. I don't think it's exclusive to just Worcester though, bro. Cause you know that deal is that sometimes you stay home, bro, and it's just some people don't get rid of that mindset, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
I'll tell you, some shorties fought in here maybe like last summer, and they had beef from high school, and they in their mid 20s. I'm like, y'all didn't let that go yet, bro. Like, but you understand what I'm saying, though, bro? Like when you home, like you still gotta have that mentality of growth. Like I know you got a global mindset, but some people might still be stuck in that old Worcester or that old Bridgeport or the old New York. You feel me?
Of course. It's different because you guys came here.
Exactly.
So you came here
I'm
with
like,
open
what's
mind.
where the growth at?
And I think that's why it took me to be away for so long to come back with open mind.
Right. No, that's true.
And change opportunities and stuff like that. So that was like one of the things. So.
No, that's very true, bro. That's very true. We gotta clap it up for that, bro. That's just some solid. You know what I'm saying? Like. For real, man. Like putting on and like I said, having that global mentality, bro. I mean, with this book, bro, with the music, bro, that's global. That ain't local. For real. We global. I'll do some ad libs, bro.
We global.
Global. But yeah, man, I'm just like I said, like I'm just trying to change the dynamic, man. So people come after me. Or even like, and I tell people, it's never too early, it's never too old to start dreaming. Like you might be a 37-year-old, like, damn, what am I gonna do? And in 2 years, you build a global company, or you know something you do like booms, and now you're 39, and your whole life is different. And like, so like dreamers, like I think when people think dreaming, they think about youth. No, it's all ages you can dream. And I think with a book now and a song, I think people would be like, oh wow, like now I can get off this couch too. And make it happen, and that's the goal.
Right. No, that's special, bro. That's special, man. What's up with any more books on the pipeline, bro?
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, the biopic, maybe the Bosa story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's what's up.
you know, I want to tell my story one day. I'm actually in the process of writing it. I'm writing a poetry book though.
Oh, it's ill,
So
bro.
my story told in poetry.
Yeah,
It's a little different.
See, he's definitely gonna be rapping on the next,
Yeah,
on the next one, bro.
I just really want to
I'm
like.
gonna write these bars down. This ain't poetry. These are bars.
I just really want to build the Bosa Sports brand because it's really everything is umbrella of Bosa Sports, and I'm just trying for that to make sense. And I think by that, I just have to try some new avenues. You know,
Absolutely.
I wrote all the commercials, like you know,
that's
like
dope.
yeah, me and my team. So just keep telling stories, man, and that's why I think I'm a storyteller.
Yeah,
And I put my stories in my platform, and I just want to continue to do that.
Absolutely, bro.
Bosa
Absolutely.
story. So
Let's go, man. Well, yo, it's been real, bro. We're gonna clap it up again, bro. For real.
appreciate
You know what
y'all,
I'm saying?
man.
So, for our internet listeners, so we got August 9th is the Summer Jam Classic. And then for anyone listening on the radio, this will be aired probably the next week after that. So Summer Jam would have happened already.
Yeah, but we might
Which is
be
cool.
live during the if I can.
Oh yeah,
get
that's
it,
true,
if
bro.
I-
yeah,
if I
that-
Oh
get it
yeah,
set
let's
up.
talk about that a little
would
bit,
be
bro. We got a
dope.
little
If
bit
I
of
can-
time, a couple minutes.
Yeah, we got the Canon camera. We
Yeah.
got what we need to kind of go there and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
do it live. All we just got to make sure we got the. I think the only thing we need is really a power bank kind
Yeah.
of thing, right? Just to make sure like everything's charged up. During the
Yeah,
event.
bro. Now we'll definitely make it work. At the same time, though, I'm thinking about the 10-year, bro. Like actually
Oh yeah, doing
broadcasting
big,
it,
yeah,
bro.
we
You know
could
what I'm
do
saying?
that.
On
Yeah,
some
saying the live stream,
ESPN.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like having
Fire.
Cause you be
having
seeing,
the cameras
yeah,
right where
bro.
the people are
That'd
talking.
be
How
fire.
they do it with the basketball, the regular basketball. You know, when you watch the NBA,
just-
and they have it on the.
Yeah.
Switch, yeah. You
Yeah.
said how they do it, right?
That's a
Yeah.
great question. The thing about like we thought about streaming Summer Jam, it's just like it's hard because there's so much going on.
Bro, don't worry.
Yeah.
It
we can
takes,
figure it out.
we'll figure it out. It takes, the resources and the right minds together. Cause believe me, bro, like I thought that same with the studio. Like, how we gonna make this pop? But this dude
It's
was
like
able
you
to
said,
figure
you
it
just gotta
out.
try it. Yeah, once you start, you see where the actual problems are, and then you tackle those things instead of the speculation of the problems. You know, because you
Right.
can get stuck up on what if this happens, but you just gotta see what like you
Right.
said, you just gotta do it. When you're creative, you just gotta see how it looks.
Right, right.
Because sometimes people haven't even tried it.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's like,
Right,
so
right.
you
And,
just
and
gotta-
realistically, bro, we know that it can be done. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I always get amazed at, like, you go to the Under Armour Classic, and you see these high school kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that's-
ESPN too, they be having sometimes like junior highs. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These AAU teams. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like even my niece's game, bro. She's in middle school. Last year she was in middle school, and I can't make all the games. She's in Stratford. I'm here and I'm working. But it's streamed, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Through YouTube, you know what I mean? So like that's the type of stuff that we're
Yeah,
talking
exactly.
about.
And now that I
Wow,
think
love
about now that I think about it too, the Struggle Brothers streaming from Kelly Square. What are we
Like
doing?
if he can make it pop, we can make it pop,
Yeah.
bro. You feel me?
There was one thing that we talked about last time. I don't know if someone said they knew a resource with the screen that you can stream the games on the big like it's like the bouncy house screen. Do you guys ever
Oh
yeah,
yeah, you know
yeah.
we have you have a green screen right there where you
do.
can actually just need a projector. You can
Right,
do that
right,
there.
right.
What you're talking about?
That green screen is kind of small. Though. It's
Oh
like a
yeah, it is.
10
Yeah. Oh,
like
it's
a-
just
Yeah,
small.
it's
Well,
about
you need a
10,
bigger
like-
one. Yeah.
I
okay,
saw a company that does it, man. I don't know what the budget looking like for them, but
Yeah.
I gotta figure out who it is.
Bro, we'll get it going for next
Yeah,
year, bro.
Yeah, it's the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, that's what I'm
10 and
saying,
5
bro.
for you, right?
Yeah, 5, yeah, bro. That's why I'm
15
all for it.
years. Yeah.
I'm all for it, like,
Yeah.
these ideas and then trying to see if we can make them pop, you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Because if it's
man.
not all of them, it's a few of them gonna stick.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Something's
we
gonna
might
stick.
we might not get a scoreboard this year,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But we'll be streaming next
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
bro.
Well, you might get a bigger one the next year after that.
for real.
And we have, we have the Culture Classic coming. Oh yeah, so
Yep.
I'm gonna do a Culture Classic now. So I'm gonna pivot a little bit and move the high school to the spring. Mm-hmm. But I can't take the fall off. So
Right.
I'm gonna do a Culture Classic. So it's a 6-team tournament of it's adult pro-am. It's Team Puerto Rico versus Team Dominican Republic.
Yo, that's ill.
Team Jamaica versus
Here in Worcester?
Yeah, here in Worcester.
That's
Team
crazy.
Jamaica versus Team USA. Team Liberia versus Team Nigeria. That's the battle of Africa right there.
God, wait, time out. Who's on the Nigerian team? I'm about to join.
Nigerian?
Hey, yeah, I'm about to join.
So it's gonna be dope. Every team's gonna have their own uniforms. We're gonna have a DJ battle. Every team bring their own DJ.
Where is it
food
gonna be?
vendors. Right now we're looking at a couple venues that want to host us. But it's gonna be a dope event in November 1st. The goal is November 1st, 2025. just a dope event for the city, for the culture, man. The culture classic.
Oh, that's
Have
what's
some fun
up,
with
bro.
it.
You guys heard it here first. What, November 1st, you said?
November 1st.
Yeah, that's what's up. So we'll clap it up for that. Again, we'll clap it up for Ant,
Sir,
American
appreciate y'all,
Pyramids, you know what I'm
man.
saying? Summer Jam Classic this year, August 9th. And then you heard him November 1st for the Culture Classic. I like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I like to hear that.
Yeah,
for sure. So
Appreciate
appreciate
y'all.
you guys. Of course, bro. Of course. And for our internet listeners, you guys have just been infused. Till next time. Peace, peace.
Peace, guys.